Chapter 2: Recognizing the Signs. Identifying patterns in nighttime awakenings. Nighttime awakenings are a common yet mysterious phenomenon experienced by many. The act of waking up in the middle of the night can often feel random. But closer observation can reveal consistent patterns that may point to underlying causes or significant meanings. Recognizing and understanding these patterns is crucial for addressing both the physical and spiritual aspects of our well-being. To begin with, keeping a detailed sleep diary is an effective way to identify patterns in nighttime awakenings. By recording the exact times you wake up each night, along with any notable thoughts, feelings, or dreams, you can start to see trends emerge. Over time, this practice can help you understand whether your awakenings are linked to specific factors such as stress, diet, lifestyle, or possibly even spiritual influences. For example, some people might notice that they wake up at the same hour every night. This could be indicative of a number of factors, including disruptions in their circadian rhythms, unresolved stress, or even spiritual callings. A consistent wake-up time might suggest a physiological issue such as sleep apnea or restless leg syndrome, which often causes people to wake up at regular intervals. Alternatively, it might reflect psychological stressors, perhaps work-related anxiety or personal concerns, that cause a recurring disturbance in sleep. Beyond physical and psychological explanations, the patterns of nighttime awakenings can also be interpreted through a spiritual lens. Many spiritual traditions believe that waking up at specific times has deep significance. For instance, traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, associates different times of the night with various organs and emotional states. Waking up between 1 o'clock and 3 a.m., for instance, is thought to be linked to liver function and might indicate issues related to anger or frustration. Similarly, waking up between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m. is connected to the lungs and could be related to sadness or grief. Recognizing these patterns requires a holistic approach that considers both the scientific and spiritual dimensions of sleep. It's important to not only monitor the timing of your awakenings, but also to reflect on your emotional and spiritual state. Are there unresolved issues that you might be subconsciously processing during the night? Are there spiritual practices or beliefs that might provide insight into your experiences? By combining self-observation with knowledge from both medical and spiritual traditions, you can gain a more comprehensive understanding of why you wake up at specific times and what it might mean for your overall well-being. Understanding the significance of waking up at specific times. Waking up at specific times during the night can carry significant meaning, often serving as a message from our bodies, minds, or even the spiritual realm. Each time period can correspond to different physiological processes and emotional states, as well as potential spiritual messages. One, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. This is typically the time when many people go to bed. If you find yourself waking up shortly after falling asleep, it could be a sign that your body is struggling to transition into the deeper stages of sleep. This period is often associated with unresolved worries or anxiety about the day. It's a time when the body's energy levels start to wind down, and the mind should be following suit. However, if you're waking up during this time, it might indicate that your mind is still active and processing the day's events. This can be a good time to practice relaxation techniques, such as deep breathing, meditation, or gentle stretching, to help calm your mind and prepare your body for a restful night. Two, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. According to TCM, this time is associated with the gallbladder, an organ linked to decision-making and courage. Waking up during this time might suggest that you are grappling with unresolved decisions or lack of courage to face certain situations in your life. Emotionally, this period can be connected to feelings of bitterness or resentment. Spiritually, waking up during these hours might be a call to address these emotions and work on releasing any negative energy that could be holding you back. 3, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. This is a critical period in TCM, linked to the liver, which is responsible for detoxifying the body and processing emotions related to anger and frustration. If you consistently wake up during this time, it might indicate that your liver is working overtime to cleanse your body of toxins, or it could be a sign that you are harboring unresolved anger. From a spiritual perspective, this time is often viewed as a period of spiritual awakening. Waking up during these hours can be an invitation to engage in spiritual practices, such as prayer, meditation, or journaling, to help process and release these emotions. Four, 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. This time is associated with the lungs and is connected to emotions of grief and sadness. If you find yourself waking up during these hours, it could indicate that you are processing deep-seated feelings of loss or sorrow. The lungs are also associated with the ability to take in life and let go, so waking up during this time might suggest that you are struggling with issues related to acceptance and release. Spiritually, this period is often considered a time of heightened spiritual activity. It's believed that the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is thinner during these hours, making it an ideal time for spiritual reflection and communication. Five, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. This time is linked to the large intestine, an organ associated with letting go of what is no longer needed. Waking up during this time might indicate that you are dealing with issues related to elimination, both physically and emotionally. It can be a sign that you need to let go of old patterns, habits, or thoughts that are no longer serving you. This period is also a time of transition, as the body prepares to wake up and start the day. Spiritually, it can be an opportunity to set intentions and align yourself with your higher purpose for the day ahead. By understanding the significance of waking up at specific times, you can gain valuable insights into your physical, emotional, and spiritual health. These awakenings can serve as reminders to pay attention to areas of your life that might need healing or adjustment. They can also be opportunities for spiritual growth and reflection, helping you to connect more deeply with your inner self and the divine. The concept of spiritual alarms and their meanings. The idea of spiritual alarms is a fascinating concept that suggests our nighttime awakenings are not merely random events, but deliberate messages from our higher selves or the spiritual realm. These spiritual alarms can serve as wake-up calls, prompting us to pay attention to important aspects of our lives that we might be neglecting or unaware of. Spiritual alarms often manifest as consistent awakenings at specific times, accompanied by a sense of urgency or a feeling that something significant is trying to get our attention. These alarms can be understood as signals from our subconscious mind or higher self, urging us to address unresolved issues, make important decisions, or engage in spiritual practices. One common interpretation of spiritual alarms is that they are calls to prayer or meditation. Many religious and spiritual traditions encourage nighttime prayer or meditation, viewing it as a time when the mind is more receptive to spiritual insights and the presence of the divine. If you find yourself waking up at the same time each night, it could be an invitation to engage in these practices, to seek guidance, or to connect more deeply with your spiritual beliefs. Another interpretation is that spiritual alarms are reminders to address unresolved emotional issues. Waking up during specific times associated with certain emotions, such as anger, grief, or anxiety, can be seen as a prompt to process and release these feelings. By paying attention to these awakenings and reflecting on the emotions or thoughts that arise, you can gain a deeper understanding of your inner state and take steps towards healing and resolution. Spiritual alarms can also be viewed as messages from the spiritual realm. Many people believe that spiritual beings, such as angels, ancestors, or spirit guides, communicate with us during the night. These beings may use nighttime awakenings as a way to get our attention and convey important messages or guidance. If you wake up feeling a sense of peace or clarity, it might be a sign that you are receiving support and guidance from these spiritual beings. In addition to these interpretations, spiritual alarms can serve as reminders to live more mindfully and align with your higher purpose. Waking up during the night can be an opportunity to reflect on your life, your goals, and whether you are living in accordance with your true values and desires. These moments of wakefulness can provide clarity and insight, helping you to make more conscious choices and take actions that are aligned with your highest good. Recognizing and understanding spiritual alarms requires an open and receptive mindset. It's important to approach these awakenings with curiosity and a willingness to explore their deeper meanings. This might involve keeping a journal to record your thoughts and feelings upon waking, meditating to gain clarity, or seeking guidance from spiritual mentors or practitioners. By paying attention to spiritual alarms and their meanings, you can gain valuable insights into your life and your spiritual journey. These awakenings can serve as powerful reminders to stay connected to your inner self and the divine, to address unresolved issues, and to live more mindfully and authentically. Embracing these spiritual alarms as opportunities for growth and transformation can lead to a more enriched and fulfilling life, where every awakening is a step towards greater clarity, healing, and spiritual connection. In conclusion, recognizing the signs of nighttime awakenings involves identifying patterns, understanding the significance of waking up at specific times, and interpreting these awakenings as spiritual alarms. By paying attention to these signs, we can gain valuable insights into our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. These awakenings are not just disruptions in our sleep, but are opportunities for personal growth, spiritual connection, and deeper self-awareness. Embracing these moments can lead to a more enriched and fulfilling life, where we are attuned to the messages our bodies and spirits are conveying. As we continue to explore and understand these signs, we open ourselves to a deeper, more meaningful existence, where every awakening is a step towards greater clarity and enlightenment.